Hi there. I'm just going to briefly go over what it takes to start a business in Indiana. Here at startabusiness.org, we've incorporated all the different aspects that you might come across if you're on the Secretary of State website. And for the most part, you won't even need to venture over there, especially if you're filing by PDF, which is available across the board for all entity types. Also, a few domestic entities, and I think foreign limited and limited liability partnerships will also be able to use their online portal. We have tutorials going through that as well. This is specifically, this tutorial it is specifically for how to get your business registered with the Secretary of State. Now we have the corporation, limited liability company, and partnership links right here if you want to navigate to a more specific tutorial there, because this main page is just sort of a general overview of what we're going to come across here. Right off the bat, we'll talk about searching for a name. Now, this is something that we really recommend that you do before you file your registration documents, because it'll allow you to see if there's any names that are already registered in the Indiana Secretary of State name database that are sort of similar to yours. Because if that's the case and the Secretary of State has deemed them indistinguishable, then they'll probably reject your filing out to choose either a fictitious name if you're a foreign entity, or you'll just have to choose another name altogether if you're forming a new business entity. And that's also the first step that we recommend on how to register your business altogether. Now, if you're filing online, you won't need to do this because they've sort of added this convenient step in the filing process where you can check the name availability, throughout the whole thing, which is pretty convenient. You can also perform a name reservation if you plan on filing at a later date, but you're definitely going to, take your business to Indiana. You might want to go about reading our tutorial on name reservations here. It costs $10 online, $20 if you submit it in the mail. But as I said, you'll find more information in this tutorial. Once you've been assured that your name is unique to you, and if you perform your name reservation, of course that's not mandatory, but if you've done so, you move on to step 2. Here we have all the different entity types that are available in the state of Indiana, and the filing processes for each. So choose the one that you're planning on forming. Note that in terms of domestic corporations, these 4 are profit and these 3 are non-profit. And the same can go for this, so these 2 would be profit and these 3 are non-profit. And then once you've clicked on that, you can either choose to do the online process. Now, if you click on one of these, if the online process is available, we've linked you to that tutorial because we totally recommend that you use that. It's also cheaper across the board by $5. So in Indiana, it's kind of convenient. This actually takes us to step 3 here. The filing fees are $90 for profit corporations, partnerships, and limited liability companies, and then $30 for nonprofit businesses. Now that'll be $5 less if you're filing online, so $85 and $25. But once you've completed all the forms that they ask, you can pay your filing fee. This will be online by credit card or through your subscription to the in.gov website. Or if you're paying or filing rather by PDF, you can do this through check or money order made payable to the Secretary of State. Also, foreign businesses will need to incorporate a certificate of existence, which has been issued 60 days prior to your filing with the Secretary of State of Indiana, with their filing or with your application. If you're filing online and you paid your filing fees, that's sort of like the end of your process, and you just have to wait correspondence via email about whether it's being rejected or accepted. Now, if you're filing through the mail, you'll need to attach 1 copy of your original document, as well as a certificate of existence if you're a foreign entity, and your filing fee, and mail them all to this address here. All right, that's straightforward enough, yeah? Name reservation, we've already been over that, but as I said, $20 through PDF, $10 online. It's pretty straightforward, but if you need more information, click on this link here. Certificate of existence. We sort of spoke about this because you notice that the Secretary of State of Indiana asked for one from foreign entities. That's pretty much the case for all states. that we've come across here at startabusiness.org. All Secretary of States, for the most part, will ask for a certificate of existence from foreign entities to make sure that they are up to date with their annual reports or business entity reports, and that they're up to date with their filing fees, just to prove legitimacy. Often financial institutions will ask this as well if you're taking a large business loan. It's really basic how to go about getting it. You just perform a business entity search. It'll cost you $20 through that, and it should only take a matter of minutes, if that. Finally, well, actually not quite finally. Second to last, we've got agreements here. So this isn't legally required in the state of Indiana, and that's usually the case as well across most states. But this is an internal document. The corporate bylaws is, as well as the LLC operating agreement, partnership agreement. It's an internal document that's used to organize the various rules and regulations that you plan on using within your business. It's also probably the only legal proof of ownership and how you actually plan on and running your internal affairs. So we definitely recommend that you take a look. We have free templates here. Take a look at our templates and learn a little bit more about each agreement before incorporating them into your business structure. And finally, the employer identification number. This is something foreign entities are obviously familiar with, but this is going to be needed after forming your business and registering it with the Secretary of State. Go to the IRS website and apply. It's free for an EIN. It'll allow you to open bank accounts, hire employees, and then it'll allow for the IRS to see you as a legal taxpaying entity in the eyes of the federal government. And that is all there is to it. Please take the time to look at our other tutorials here to get a more detailed look on the filing requirements for your entity. Hope that was helpful. Best of luck, guys.